Dear students, in this video we'll elaborate on lab preparation of hydrogen, already taught to you in your live class today. Children, we already discussed the method of preparation of hydrogen from water by the process of electrolysis and then by reaction of active metals with water. And the next method of preparation of hydrogen, which we already started in the previous video, was preparation of hydrogen by action of active metals on dilute acids. So children, the dilute acids means a strong acid. Weak acid with weak acid reaction will be very slow. And when we talk about strong acids, then there are only three acids: hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid and nitric acid. So the general reaction for this method of preparation is that metal plus dilute acid results in formation of salt and hydrogen. The nature of salt will depend on nature of dilute acid, because negative radical present in the acid combines with metal to form the salt, and positive radical, that is the hydrogen, is displaced to form hydrogen. So we can take any metal from the activity series of metal which is above hydrogen for this reaction. Any metal means all: sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, tin, lead. Below one, obviously copper, mercury, silver, gold, platinum, etc. cannot be taken, because being less active than hydrogen, they cannot displace hydrogen from acids. But out of all these metals, we prefer to use zinc for certain positivity. Why we prefer zinc only? We discussed in today's class and also in the next video. So let's come directly on the method of preparation of hydrogen in the lab, that is by action of zinc and dilute acid like dilute HCl or dilute H2SO4. Children, out of three strong acid, we use only these two for preparation of hydrogen in the lab and also otherwise. The reason is that with HCl and H2SO4, the salt formed here will be ZnCl2 plus H2. Here will be ZnSO4 plus H2. But if we take nitric acid, then the salt will be obviously zinc nitrate and hydrogen. But there is a problem with nitric acid, and that is that nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. So once whatever hydrogen is formed by this method, further this hydrogen combines with oxygen, because nitric acid is an oxidizing agent, and forms water. So then no purpose of doing the reaction is formed if we prepare hydrogen by action of active metal and acid, and then the same hydrogen again get converted to water. So that is the reason why we don't use nitric acid for the reaction, for the method of preparation by using dilute acids and active metal. For lab preparation we use zinc, because zinc is cheap. The rate of reaction is moderate, means neither too fast nor too slow. And how do we do the reaction? Look at the apparatus for lab preparation of hydrogen. In a round bottom flask fitted with the iron stand with the help of a clamp, we fit a stopper into it with two holes. Through one of the hole, this thistle funnel is fitted, and through the another delivery tube is fitted. This is thistle funnel. thistle funnel. then this one is derivative, you already know. And what do we take in the flask is zinc. Zinc in the form of its granules called zinc granule. Zinc granule is a comparatively impure form of zinc. We don't take pure zinc, but we take impure zinc in the form of granules. It is called zinc granule because it has two benefits over the pure zinc. First, pure zinc is comparatively costly. Second, pure zinc does not contain impurity of copper. Why impurity is important? Because this copper as impurity present with zinc acts as catalyst for the reaction. It means when the reaction takes place, then a catalyst copper is already present there with the zinc. So rate of reaction is good enough as we need for preparation of hydrogen. No heating is needed for this reaction. Therefore, there is no heating arrangement shown. And simply by pouring the dilute HCl or dilute H2SO4, zinc reacts with dilute acid and forms salt and water. Salt obviously will stay in the funnel itself. Hydrogen being a gas moves out. When hydrogen moves out, as soon as we pour, then that hydrogen will contain the air present in the flask and also air contained in the derivative itself. That's why the starting, the other end of the derivative is not put under the beehive shell. This is beehive shell. So the reason is that will not be pure hydrogen, but it will have mainly air and little bit of hydrogen. So after a few seconds, when we assume that by now the air present in the flask and in the derivative is out and in the air, then we put the other end of the derivative under the beehive shelf. Beehive shelf is kept in a water filled trough and is having a gas jar filled with water inverted over it. As soon as we put it, hydrogen being which comes under the beehive shell being a gas and lighter, then water obviously moves up and takes the place above the water and water moves down. So this method of collection of gas is said to be downward displacement of water. The question is that hydrogen is so light that we could have avoided the use of all this apparatus. It could simply be collected in a gas jar, derivative in the gas jar, so that hydrogen being lighter than not only water but also from air. You know, hydrogen is 14.4 times heavier than air because hydrogen is the lightest element and also the lightest gas. So hydrogen will move up and air will move down. So we could have collected this by downward displacement of air, but we don't do so. The reason is that while this hydrogen mixes with air, and when mixture of hydrogen and air is explosive in nature and more is air in proportion, more explosive and dangerous is the reaction. That's why mixture of hydrogen and oxygen is said to be detonating mixture. So we don't want hydrogen to get mixed with the air in good amount, and that's why we do not use this method of downward displacement of air, but we use this method of downward displacement of water for two reasons. Hydrogen is lighter than water, and second, hydrogen is almost insoluble in water. Despite that, what happens when hydrogen is collected over there, then a little bit of the moisture can mix into the hydrogen. If we want absolutely pure hydrogen without moisture, then what do we do? In that case, rather than water in the gas jar and in the trough, we can take mercury in the trough and gas jar. Then mercury won't mix with the hydrogen, and that hydrogen will be absolutely dry without any moisture. Otherwise, for normal purposes, we can collect it over the water because water obviously is easily available and cheaper as well. So, some give reason questions related to laboratory preparation of hydrogen. Why do we use zinc? Because zinc is most suitable being cheap, rate of reaction fairly good. Catalyst inbuilt in the impure zinc, which is even more cheap than the pure zinc, and these are the reasons. And other metals are not suitable. For example, sodium and potassium, if we take, reaction will be very vigorous and highly exothermic. We don't use. Calcium and magnesium, they are very costly. If we take aluminium, after some time of the reaction forms a coating of aluminium oxide over it, and then the reaction gradually stops, means ceases. Zinc, good enough, no problem. Below metals like tin and lead, they form insoluble chloride and sulfate with hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. Suppose it was not zinc but lead over here, then salt will be lead chloride, and with sulfuric acid lead sulfate. So lead chloride and lead sulfate both are insoluble, form a coating over the lead, and the rate of reaction first decreases and then ceases, means stops. So none of the metal is as suitable for this purpose as zinc. Otherwise, with all the active metals, this reaction can happen, that is displacement reaction, in which the hydrogen is displaced from the acid and a salt and hydrogen gas is formed. Then while we take a long neck of the Thissell funnel, so that the lower end, and we pour sufficient amount of dilute acid, so that the lower end of the funnel is under the liquid, so that when gas is formed by reaction of metal and acid, then gas has only one opening through which it can go out, other one is under the liquid. So gas will be above the liquid and it will not be able to move out through the Thissell funnel itself, otherwise it will be a loss of the gas for which the reaction is being done. So it will go only through the DB tube. Why don't we put the other end of the DB tube directly under the beehive shelf? Because then it will be a mixture of air and hydrogen. So we wait for some time till the air of the flask and DB tube is pushed out in the air, and then we put it in. Why we collect over water, not air? Because mixture of air and hydrogen is explosive. So we prefer over water. Also, out of precautions, one precaution is that no inflammable substance or lamp should be near the apparatus, because hydrogen, whatever in the starting is left in the air, for being mixture of air and hydrogen, should not be able to catch fire or get heat for burning or for causing any accident. So out of precaution, only precaution is that the end of DB tube should not put in the starting. It should be in the air for some time, so that air is pushed out, and then we keep it under the beehive shell. We do not keep any burning substance near to the flask. And that's all about the lab preparation of hydrogen.